Hello, welcome everyone to a new episode of SketchUp.US, SketchUp for us. Today we'll talk about how we can use a photo and build a 3D starting with that photo. And we'll use SketchUp and we'll use photo match option from SketchUp. So again, let's start with a new file. And as I said before, a template is going to be used at the beginning. Make sure you set up your own templates, and you can have pre-set up layers and units of measure and so on. So in order to use the photo as a reference, we're going to import it. So we need to go File, Import, and this window is going to appear. For this particular exercise, we can have different type of photos. There are different kinds of images. Could be JPEGs, bitmap, TIFFs, Targa. In this particular case, I will use a PNG, and that's the most important window which we need to pay attention. This can be used as an image or as a texture. In this particular case, we're going to use it as new matched photo. So we're going to select the photo and we're going to click import. I do have an old camera, so I will build this model of the old camera in SketchUp for this exercise. So when the picture is imported, notice that the background is the same around the camera. The reason why it's like that is because on that PNG file I have only the image and the background is actually transparent, and therefore I can use that in SketchUp, as you can see, with a transparent background. The match photo is using actually the perspectives. As you can see it here, we have the red grid line on the left and the green grid line on the right. That is actually helping to match the perspective lines. As you probably know, the perspective usually it's determined by a minimum of 2 points, but could be 3, could be 4. In this particular case, this software it's using 2 points. This yellow line, actually this yellow dot, it's representing the reference point of the perspective, and that one should be placed in a very known place and a place where you have an intersection. Ideal that should be close toward you, and if you have a building, basically it's the corner of building. If you have an object, make that corner close to you. That's probably the best reference which you can have. And the yellow line between the 2 points is actually the horizontal line, and the vertical one is represented in blue. After you place the yellow dot to the reference point, you need to adjust the grid on the red side and on the green side, and that is going to be done with 2 parallel lines, one for the bottom reference and the other one for the top reference, again on the left side and on the right side. So again, we're going to take those lines from the ends. You have those points from where you can take the line and place it where you need it. In this particular case here, I can take this and place it on the top. They don't need to be on the same plane. As you can see, this line here, it's in front of the camera. This one, it's somewhere on the top, on the back of the camera. You can use the scroll of the mouse if you want to have fine-tuning references. And again, this one can be used like imaginary, imagine that will be an intersection over there. You can extend it a little bit, what you need is actually this line. Same here. We can extend this one if you like. But what is important is basically the perspective line, this line, to be on the right location. We'll do the same thing for the green one. So basically we'll take the bottom part and place it in a way that will match the lines for a good perspective. And the top one, again, we can use this small line here for perspective, which will be something like this, which is good enough. And here is how you have aligned the grid for the perspective, and you can start building your model. Another small note, when you're going to start building your model, you see the views here. This will be the views for the perspective. It's actually having the name camera copy. That is how I call the image file name. So basically it's going to be a view with the image file name. If you move on the other ones, you're not going to have that. However, if you come here, the line will be available, and you can start building your 3D model. So I'll just take a box. As you can see, it's a little bit shaded, and from there you can start building the base of the camera. You can start build the back of the camera. Let's go a little bit more. What I need is actually just the back, and you can push this where you need it. You can take the line as a reference from the other one, and as you can see, the lines are not quite matching, so you can go back and fine-tune your perspective lines.